1995 to 1998, starting 31 games and leading the Tigers to a 26-5 record. He passed for 5,876 yards and 40 touchdowns, rushed for 778 yards and 23 touchdowns for the Tigers. He started O'Perry Walker High School. Of course, ranked 5th in the nation now and unbeaten, LSU will entertain Western Kentucky Saturday at 6 p.m. at Tiger Stadium. Please give a warm Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club welcome to former Tiger Herb Tyler.
All right, good afternoon. How is everybody doing today? Hey, we got to liven this thing up a little bit now, you know. We'll have a good time now. Just wanted to thank Ken and the Quarterback Club for having me here today. Nelson and Wayne, they do a great job as always, not only in speaking, but what they do to help the community. You know, Wayne's doing this thing over at Tulane, and Tulane is just constantly building and building and getting stronger and stronger every year. So continue to watch out for those guys and support them. And then there's Nelson. You know, I got to give Nelson all my love and everything. If you guys would only see just a small percentage of what he did last year to ensure that my son Jay had an opportunity of a lifetime to at least, you know, sit down and talk with the coaches at Stanford. And that's all we ever asked for. We didn't ask for, you know, anything other than that. And Nelson, hands down, I just want to tell you in front of everybody in the whole world, we got millions watching right now. I love you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, with that being said, how about those Tigers, huh? Man, beginning of the year, you know, the ending part of last year, everybody's like, oh man, you know, it doesn't look good. We don't have a quarterback. And I said, well, you know, just hold on a minute. Let's see what's going to happen. So, you know, we come out of the gates this year with the whole lightning strike game, right? And then everybody's upset and, okay, well, guess what? Now we're on a roll. We're undefeated now. So maybe that game and not playing that game was a really good deal for us. I thought that made those guys a lot hungrier than what they were, what I saw when they was actually playing against McNeese. Because I see two different teams at this point. So now, with that being said, the Mad Hatter has struck again. Florida's still trying to figure out what happened on that play. I knew something was coming. I didn't know what. I didn't know it was going to be in the punt game. I didn't know it was going to be in the kicking game, the field goal try or not. But you can see kind of the momentum switching a little bit toward that point, right before that fake field goal. And Florida really was, you know, they didn't stop Leonard. Of course not, you know, with 180 yards, you don't really stop a guy. But at that particular point in the game, Florida was really taking over and kind of, you know, switching over the momentum. And then we hit with that play. Done deal, you know, game was over with at that point. Defense, when I tell you these guys are playing hungry, they're flying around the ball, they're big, they're fast, they're strong. All they want to do is make plays. Make plays, make plays, make plays. They don't care about anything else. Jamal Adams is a leader on that team. Lewis Neal is straight balling right now on the defensive end at his position. The linebackers are playing great. You know, I think we can get a little bit better on defense, maybe prevent a few more touchdowns here and there. But the best part about it is they're having fun. And these guys here can attest to that. If you're having fun with what you're doing and nothing else matters. And then, you know, you always put that big fat zero in the loss column. That's always a good thing too. Brandon Harris, what a turnaround story he is, I think. He is not, you know, he's not Charlie Ward right now, but I think he has the potential to be that. But the difference is we don't run that style type of offense. So we're going to turn around and you know, do our 38 special pitch all day long to Leonard, to Darius, to Brissett, whoever wants to catch it and run it, that's fine. And we're going to get the ball out as far as passing, maybe 20 times a game at the very most. And that's okay, as long as you complete at least 60% of your passes. And out of those 60%, you got to at least hit about two touchdowns to take advantage of those particular plays. So with that being said, a lot of people are looking for, you know, differences and changes in LSU's offense. Not going to happen. Les Miles runs his offense, and that's what it is. I'm fine with it, as long as we continue to win games, which he's proven over the last 10 years. You know, I mean, that's really not a better coach in the country right now. As far as win-losses is concerned, we would all like to see a couple of more trophies, you know, in the old trophy case, but that's all right. We're getting there. So I think Les has done a phenomenal job of recruiting guys, and not only recruiting guys, but recruiting quality guys who you can see now are making a difference. I do want to say one other thing about my Tigers here. And you heard it here first. They will go undefeated in the SEC. We will beat Alabama. We will win the SEC championship, and they will be in the playoffs. Period. So y'all heard that first. Now I said it. Herb Tyler said it. So if they lose, Nelson said it. Okay. If they lose any game, Nelson said it because he's a Tulane alum. All right. But anyway, but no. You know, it's just a phenomenal season. I know everybody is really excited about it. And there's no better time to be a Tiger, right? Except in '97 when we beat Florida when they were #1 and they came into Tiger Stadium. And yours truly was the quarterback, of course. However, the following weekend, Mr. Deuce and John Avery, he knows, they come into Tiger Stadium and they, oh, come on, why would you? Anyway, but no. Tigers are doing great right now. We're just on top right now. So that's pretty much all I have to say. And I appreciate Ken for having me. I'd like to try to bring a little enthusiasm to anything and everything that I do. We're going to have a good time, and we're always going to live right, and we're always going to move forward and try to do everything in a positive manner. So with that being said, anyone has any questions whatsoever?
Hey, Herb, this year, coming in this year, the big question mark was the quarterback. And we got some consistent play out of Brandon Harris. We go far. And I see a lot of similarities in his play and how you play. Do you see the same thing? Where you didn't actually have to win the game, you just didn't want to lose the game for him. You just, took care of the running game with the big running back stable that you had back in your day, as they had there. And do you see the similarities of his play and your play?
I do, but there's a couple of different things. Like I said, he's not going to throw the ball 30 times a game. They won't ask him to do that. Same thing Coach Donato did. They didn't ask me to throw the ball 30 times a game. That doesn't mean that he can't, doesn't mean that he doesn't want to. But we don't need to when you got, Fournette, Geis in the backfield. It doesn't matter. You got Kevin Falk, Cecil Collins, Rondell Mealy. There's no point in trying to throw the ball, 1,000 times a game to win it. But at the same time, though, he can. So he and I have a similar game. I like to tell people all the time that, sure, I would love to go back and play right now, but I'm too old and fat. It's not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and let him do his thing. But I think he's the right guy right now for the Tigers.
Tell me about Lewis Neal. I don't know anything about him. Where did he come from? What year?
It's weird. I don't know much about him as far as where he came from or anything like that, but I can tell you this, he's making an impact. No matter what he does, every game he makes an impact. A big sack at a crucial time, a forced fumble or something at a crucial time, and he brings energy and a lot of electricity to that defensive line. And that's the one thing that you want out of those guys, especially a young guy like him. You want that, you need that so he can go ahead and continue to kind of infect the other guys around him to play just as well. He's a sophomore this year. Am I correct? Sophomore, yeah. Any other questions?
When LSU ran the fake field goal a few years ago successfully, we tried to change the high school rule, which is different. You can't run it the same way. Don't you think we should try to get that changed again? Because I know a bunch of high school coaches will try to copy it and will have some problems with that at the high school level.
I guess it all depends. Football is getting a little, I'm not going to say weird, with all the player safety stuff, which I love. But there's certain rules that are new rules now that when I played back in 20 years ago didn't matter. You play the game, and whoever plays the hardest, whoever plays together the best, whoever comes together as a team and just rely on one another's brother, it's all that matters. So now you have to be so conscious about different rules and regulations. That's why all the coaches go through all the clinics and things of that nature during the off season to make sure that they're familiar with all the rules, and then they can pass it on to the players. So rules are rules, and you have to abide by it, whether or not it stays or it goes. It doesn't matter. You just have to play within the rules. Yes.
How is Dante Jackson progressing?
He's doing well. I mean, he's been playing. He's been playing a lot more on defense. He was returning some kicks here and there. It's difficult to make that transition, but he's doing well. So he's playing. He's not redshirting, which is that's what he did not want to do. He didn't want to redshirt. He wanted to play. So he has gotten a few opportunities to do some things and get his couple of chances here and there. So.
I just wanted to get your opinion. My opinion is, Les Miles is a good coach, but it seems like he always puts himself in position at the end of the game for the other team to catch up or to have a chance to win the game or whatever. He just doesn't seem to want to put it the team away. And that's my only concern with Les Miles. I just wanted your opinion.
It's a couple of different things. First of all, I like Les Miles a lot as a coach. He brings...
And recruiter.
And recruiter, of course. He brings a certain tenacity as a coach that only players can appreciate, you know. The stuff that you don't see, you know, at practice, you know, when he's having a one-on-one meeting with a guy, or when he's walking through the weight room and he stops and he asks the kid, you know, how's your parents doing? How's your little brother? How's your sister? You know, how's math class? How's whatever it is. That's the things you don't see. Now, when you're talking about allowing teams to stay in the game, and his offense is to run the ball. And to run the ball, he relies on hoping that the clock continues to run, so he can score as many points as he can, and you don't have the opportunity to score as many. However, you got to remember, he's playing some really, really quality teams, really great teams. So at any moment, anybody can score, anybody can do whatever. So his style of play is not conducive to that of such as the old fun and gun that Florida did when they was throwing up 50, 60 points a game, and all he did was throw the ball. That's not what he does. So, you know, even if, as long as you have more points than the other team, that's all that matters. Whether it's a half a point, whether it's a quarter of a point, it doesn't matter, as long as you win. And that's what it's all about in his realm of football in his life, and as a head coach in Division I football. Wins, 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 wins. The moment you start losing, as we know, he lost, what, 2 games last year, 3 games? Everybody's ready for his head, you know, so, but that's not the case. Right now, he's 6-0, so we get rid of him last year. Who do we bring in? And are we 6-0 right now with a new coach? Probably not, I doubt it, seriously. So, with that being said, I think his style of coaching is that of what he has been through and what he's been taught. And not only that, he's recruited the correct players to do all of that stuff. Plus, give you a little bit, throw you off balance with the receiving core that he has and the quarterback. So, yes, sir.
Did you get any idea on how to recruit? I'm sure they had a good time Saturday night. They had a lot of them there. Or?
Yeah, apparently they had a lot of big time recruits there. And everybody had fun, and they kind of showed up a little bit early on Friday afternoon or whatnot. So, but all the accounts and all the stories that I've heard is everybody had a great time. And you know, when you come out on top and you beat, you know, Florida in the manner that you beat them, and then the you know, Tiger Stadium is electric at night, so it doesn't matter. Any recruit comes there and sees that, he's going to want in on that, trust me. So, and then I like to say, you know, after we beat Deuce 3 times, anyway, they put up, you know, some new screens and all that stuff and all of the lights and everything. So that makes it really, really, really interesting for recruits, young guys who've never seen that. You know, going from playing in a high school stadium versus playing in Death Valley is completely, you know, 180, 100%. So, and then last but not least, just want y'all to know, if you see me, I'll always wear my purple and gold, but you'll see the Stanford lanyard or the Stanford belt on. Just so you know, don't hold that against me, all right, guys? All right, thank y'all so much. Thank you guys for having me.